Hello, hello.
Hi, this is Flea calling.
Are you calling to request a song?
Yeah, man. Oh, no, hi. This is Jim Robinson. Could you guys play Black Summer? You used to do that shit back in the day, you know.
There you go. Well, it's been a minute since Flea's been on the radio. He's already dropped an S-bomb. It's Kevin Kenny on the world-famous K-Rock. That is the one and only Flea. The Chili Peppers are back today with their new single, Black Summer, and joining us live, of course, is Flea. Now, how are you, man? The last time I saw you in the news, you were really excelling at the skills challenge at the Lakers game.
Well, right now at this moment, I'm very well. I'm drinking the nectar of the god and sitting on my couch in front of a fireplace, enjoying the aroma of some frankincense and feeling a little bit of shame about my missing my trick shot at the Lakers skills challenge at halftime. And you had to bring it up, didn't you?
Yeah. I went to the Lakers-Hawks game a couple weeks ago, and that was an awesome game between those two teams. But this poor guy, Andy, man, he was no Flea at my halftime.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, you know, I went for the around the back between the legs left-handed layup, and I'm right-handed, and I'm telling you, I can drain that shot and make it on the regular. But on that day, I got a little excited. I was a little nervous out there on the hardwood, and I just went flying under the backboard, and didn't work out good.
You know, getting back to the music, you know, today is really just a return in so many ways into so many things. It's the return of the Chili Peppers. It's the return to John Frusciante. It's the return to Rick Rubin. And, you know, we're talking about the Lakers here, and you think about the impact, you know, a single player like, say, LeBron James can have on a game or a team. What impact did John Frusciante have on this new music?
John Frusciante has a profound impact on everything that we do, and even when he wasn't in the band, he had a profound impact on everything that we do. He is just the most focused, dedicated, tapped-in musician who's, you know, able to muster this diligence and focus about doing what he does consistently, that just uplifts us. And you know, and that's kind of a little part of the stuff that he does. Really, the big thing is that we all speak the same language, and when he's in the band, we're able to, you know, communicate with one another without speaking and create a lot of music in a really fluid way.
Yeah. And, of course, Rick, we got to talk Rick Rubin. And, you know, he's done some of your biggest records, of course, as everybody knows by this point. And he's become famous to, you know, maybe a younger audience of these famous quotes he posts on his social media that are, you know, very concise and very simple, but very brilliant and poignant. I'm curious, do you have a favorite Rubinism, if you will, or maybe like a note from Rick that really stayed with you and impacted your approach to music?
Well, I remember him one night saying, "You guys are playing like bitches. Play harder." Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. And now you think of it every time you pick up the bass.
No, I never think of that. I never think of that. No, I'm joking, but my memories of Rick are varied and many, for many years of, like, over the process of us going through much growth through the years and him going through much growth through the years, and changing in the ways that we approach life and approach music. And I just treasure the opportunity to work with Rick. The great thing about Rick is he's able to work with lots of different types of artists and see the essence of each one without trying to plug him into his own formula, but just trying to bring the essence of that particular artist to life. And he really helps with us, you know, and he knows when to give advice and when to get out of the way and just let us jam out. And he's a beautiful man, and I love him.
Totally. Now, I was reading online recently, and who knows how true these old music stories are, but that your song Californication back in the day was a real labor of love where you had the lyrics to that song for the longest time. You never knew how it should sound. And then eventually down the road, the music came about. And I think it was actually John who kind of figured it out. I'm curious, in regards to the creative process of the new song, what was the process like with Black Summer? Was it lyrics first? Was it music first?
Except for very rare circumstance, the music almost always comes first and inspires Anthony to write the lyrics. And in this case, the music definitely came first and was initiated by John on his guitar. I remember him telling me that he was lying in bed that morning and or maybe the night before or something, he was in bed and kind of saw the whole chord progression before he even picked up the guitar. He had kind of dreamt it or thought it, and picked it up and played the whole thing through. And then, you know, once he brings in a structure, we all add what we do and turn it into what it becomes. But he had kind of seen the chord structure of it, the main skeleton of it, before he even picked up an instrument. And that's how a lot of our songs work, is one of us will have a musical vision, and it will be a seed from which everything else grows. And then Anthony will write the lyrics because of the flavor of that growth.
And then I want to make sure I understand this quote that I read from John, where the way in which you made this record sounds so fascinating, where you'd actually start out jamming to old songs, covering, songs by the Kinks, New York Dolls, and then you would sort of transform those songs into your own songs by sort of introducing new ideas. Is that kind of how it went?
Kind of, but not really. I mean,
Okay.
when we started off, he came back to the band after being gone for 10 years. And I think the day of our first rehearsal was actually wildly exactly 10 years from the day he announced he was leaving the band. And instead of just getting right back into trying to write songs right away or going to play old Chili Pepper songs to get in the groove, it was just fun to just play covers, to do it in a real gentle and easy way, just have fun, play songs from bands we love. And it was more just to kind of loosely get into what we were doing without feeling like we had to go to work, the process is a means to an end, but just enjoying playing. And so we did that. It wasn't like we used those songs to as a starting point for writing. It was more for just us feeling each other in a fun, easy, no pressure kind of way. And then we started writing, and once we opened that tap, it just didn't stop. And we wrote so much music, man. It's just, we have a lot of songs we recorded, and our hearts are in every single one of them.
Yeah, the album Unlimited Love, it drops everywhere April 1st. We can't wait to hear the whole thing. You're also setting out on one of the, I mean, it's fair to say, one of the most anticipated stadium tours maybe ever this summer. And you've got a ton of great opening acts. You kind of did it in a unique way. They're very eclectic. They're across the board. And depending on which city you catch a show, you're going to get a great opening act. How'd you guys go about choosing the openers for tour?
Just music that we like. And the music that we like is definitely not bound by any category or genre or anything like that. Just people who have a beautiful spirit to what they're doing, and whether their spirit is like a really virtuosic musical approach, like someone like Thundercat, or like a kind of a bare bones great songwriting approach, like the Strokes or Beck, or all these different acts that we have. A$AP Rocky, Anderson .Paak, Haim. It's just it's fun for us. We love music. The Red Hot Chili Peppers, right before I spoke to you, I was sitting at the piano and I was playing God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. And I was thinking, damn, music is so beautiful. It does so much for me. And we all feel that way. And we just want to honor it, honor the tradition of it, and use it, to bring people together, to build bridges between different cultures and different people that live in different ways, different backgrounds, and bring people together. And that's what we've always wanted to do. And that's part of it, who opens up for us as an extension of who we are.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not familiar and you're listening to K-Rock right now, the Strokes, Thundercat, St. Vincent, King Princess, Haim, Beck, Anderson .Paak, A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky, huge news in the world of music. He's expecting with Rihanna as your new tour mate. Did you get him anything? Did you send him a congrats?
I don't actually know him. I've never met him. But that's nice that he's having a baby. That's a beautiful thing. That's a miracle that never ceases to amaze.
Absolutely. Before we let you go, Flea, we want to thank you, of course, for calling into K-Rock. And do you have a Super Bowl prediction? Can we get your thoughts? Your own Rams are there?
Rams, baby. Rams. Whose house? Whose motherfucking house? Rams' house.
Can we get a score?
Rams 28-14.
Wow. You heard it here first on K-Rock. Flea, congrats on the new music, man. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you so much for taking the time and for always being, for being so helpful to us in our career. Thank you very much.
Of course. Hey, before you go, you want to actually request a song? What do you want to play? I'll play whatever the hell you want.
Anything, huh? Well, it's hard for me, at this fit, us just releasing this record, I can't even express to you, every time we've ever put out a record, we've been together nearly 40 years, the day that the music starts coming out and this thing that we've held so privately and intimately for so long, when it gets released to the world, it's like showing this private part of ourselves that we've been hiding, like circled the wagons and hiding for so long. And for it to be finished and to come out and be heard, there's nothing that I can request right now except the Red Hot Chili Peppers doing Black Summer.
There you go. The dogs agree.
Thanks, brother.